Are they gonna be the ones attacked now? Station Street, near where the construction materials are stored. Asking me to come here alone in the middle of the darn night. Oh, no, this is us. This is the SSS. Calling him out here. Him and Wazi, so that we can explain things to them at the same time and put a stop to this conflict, right? Who do these police brats think they're dealing with? Yeah, see? I mean, he came, so... Is that an Erebonian train? Since it has the galloping horse on top of it? Is that... the last train bound for Calvert? Yes, I believe it was. Where did Wazi come from? He was not there before. Did he, like, just jump off the railing or something? Wazi! Good evening, Wald. What a beautiful night to bathe in the mystic moonlight, wouldn't you agree? What the heck? Oh, this is Ridge. You pretended to be one of those CPD pipsqueaks to catch me off guard. You must think you're so darn clever. Fine, bring it on, pretty boy. If you're looking for a fight, I'm more than happy to give you one. Let's end this. You know I'm always up for a bit of late-night wrestling. But alas, I am but a mere guest at this rendezvous. The heck does that mean? You'll see soon. They just arrived. It's you punks. Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. Oh no, it's a pleasure to be here. So, what's this fun anecdote you promised to share with us? Well, I don't know if fun is the right word exactly. But I'm sure you'll both find it interesting, at least. Wald is confused. Hold the phone! Anecdotes? Fun? What the heck are you two going on about? Oh, Wald, you're such a simpleton. Wow. What did you... Surely you remember the incidents that occurred 5 nights ago. They're here to tell us who they believe the culprit was. Obviously. Wazi's pretty smart. The culprit? What do you mean? Impressive deduction, Wazi. I assume you already had your own suspicions. Well, at first, I wondered if one of my members had perhaps acted out of line. But as I started to sort things out, I realized that something was off about the whole situation. That goes for the Saber Viper side, too. Sadly, that's as far as my deductions could take me. I see. That will make things easier to explain, at least. Wald Wallace. I know there are still gaps in our theory. Still, would you listen to what we found so far? Fine. Keep it short. Waste a minute of my time, and I'll bash that baby face of yours in. And that's what we've come to with the information on hand. I'd like to hear each of your thoughts on it. ... My, how unexpected. To think that we played right into the Mafia's hands. Does that mean... you agree with Lloyd's theory? But of course. After all, Ravage sent some of their agents to visit us already. And you said no? They asked us to work for them, promising us the moon and stars for our service. Needless to say, I immediately turned them down and sent them on their merry way. Huh, interesting. That settles things with one of them. So, Wald? I assume the Mafia paid you a social call as well. Yeah, about a month ago. They were acting all high and mighty, so I decided to show them what real strength looked like. Set them packing real fast. Can't believe they actually had the guts to pull a fast one on me like this. That might be why his guy got roughed up more. Wazi, I'm postponing our duel. First, I gotta warm up by crushing the smug mugs of those mobsters. Oh boy. He's gonna storm the hideout. Wait, you can't. Such a short temper. Calm down, Walt. Acting recklessly will just lead to... The last time was merely jest, but you really are a simpleton. Say that again. You know perfectly well that you don't stand a chance against the Mafia on your own. Just imagine it. The leader of the Saber Vipers, Walt Wallace, waltzing into the Mafia's sights like a pig to slaughter. You won't stand a chance. Shut it! We don't know what'll happen till we try. Maybe you could survive. But what about your poor little Vipers? Can they catch bullets with their teeth? Can Wald? Like, really, can he? What do you propose we do then, you bony wise Alec? Wald is definitely the hot-headed type. He needs to enact vengeance. Personally. You really expect me to just sit here and swallow the shame of having our men hurt like that? Of course I don't. He'll go with you. I believe that only a small part of the Mafia was actually involved in this little scheme. As such, there's no need to take the whole organization on, just a handful of them who have it coming. And I know just the way to get our revenge and ensure they never show their faces in the downtown district ever again. I'll require your help though, Wald. Maybe you guys reach out to the Mafia. Tell them you're ready to make a deal. No, tell them you're ready to join them. And lure out the guys who, you know, ambushed your members. You need my help? Hold on, you two. What are you planning if you do anything to break the law? Oh, relax. If anything illegal happens, you'll be right there to stop it. After all, you're helping too. Oh boy. We're doing what now? Isn't it your responsibility to resolve the conflict brewing in the downtown district? I'd claim that makes it your obligation to gently persuade the Mafia into leaving all of us down there alone. For good. Do correct me if I'm wrong, Lloyd. Well... What exactly is Wasi talking about? I do not quite understand, either. Looks to me like he's about to sink his fangs into poor Lloyd. Randy looks oddly happy about the prospect, doesn't he? Remember, it was you who bothered to call us out here to share your grand theory. Isn't it only natural to see this case through? In case you guys haven't noticed, our rep is in the gutter. The Mafia's not afraid of us. 3 days passed since then. The confrontation between the rival gangs died down, fortunately. The downtown district was enveloped in an atmosphere so tranquil, it bordered on eerie. Then... Walt is probably going crazy, waiting for them to come. Huh, it's way too quiet around here. They're wearing sunglasses at night. Can they actually see anything like that? We went through all of that effort, and those idiots still haven't torn each other apart. Don't you worry, those guys are doused in gasoline at this point. One small spark, and everything will be up in flames. Those morons won't even know what hit them. All we gotta do is find another underling or two and beat the crap out of them. Blue or red, it don't matter. Soon as you see one, kick his butt. And for your own sake, you'd better not get caught. Use a slingshot for a Saber Viper, and just bash one of those Testaments guys from behind. Got it. Let the hunt begin, boys. Oh, he's the bait. Does he know he's the bait? Probably not, right? Like, they wouldn't want his bad acting or his nerves to expose the ruse, right? Or maybe it's Lloyd pretending to be a testament, and this is his way of getting a confession. Ouch. One tiny blue bunny down. What an idiot! Fell right into our trap. We don't got time to waste. Rough him up, boys. Just be sure you don't kill him. This is just business. No hard feelings, okay? Think again. It is Lloyd! What? What the heck? Man, I'm honestly a little shocked. I really didn't think you'd fall into our trap so easily. Who the heck is this guy? To tell you the truth, I'd be fine with cuffing you and taking you down to the precinct already. But I'm not sure the force will find just this one sting operation sufficient evidence to hold you, so I'll have to let you go this time. They definitely tried to attack you. Maybe if you had just stayed down a little longer, you would have gotten that full confession. Oh crap, don't tell me this guy's with... He's a cop? Not to worry, boys. He's just a special helper. Dude, are you serious? How the heck they fall for this? Lloyd's prediction was impeccable. Are you alright, Lloyd? Yeah, I'm fine. Putting that shock-absorbing pad under my hood was definitely a good call, though. Darn it! They were onto us. Since when? Well then, gentlemen, that raises the question. What will be your next move? Surrender peacefully now, and I may be merciful towards your misdeeds. Or if you'd prefer, we can do the hunting this time. That may prove entertaining. Darn! Quick, split up! Hey, hold on! Really? He didn't expect them to run. Two of you, come with me. Wazzy? Hey, hold on a second. Crap! What should we do, Lloyd? Call Ellie, call Tio, call Randy. We've never had to do this before. Who's going with Wazzy, guys? Let's take Ellie? Maybe? For the healing? We don't know. Come with me, Ellie. Randy, Tio, I'll leave the other group to you. Understood. You got it. Darn it! I can't believe those little brats from the police are involved. I'll need to contact headquarters and request backup. Hold on. If the boss finds out we screwed up, he'll... Darn. Fine, then we should at least... Where do you punks think you're going? Oh, jeez. What? When'd they get here? Checkmate. Yeah, that was easy enough. The ball's in Lloyd's and Ellie's court now. Darn, those morons. Don't got much choice now. We'll have to go from the back. A valiant effort, but no dice. Where did you come from? Jump for it. You've got nowhere else to run now. Phew, that was quite the wild goose chase, wasn't it? Sorry to disappoint, but our fun little game of cops and robbers has come to an end. Surely you've realized your best option is to surrender, no? Look at you cocky little brats. You think you're so darn smart? Well, we're about to show you what happens when you force professionals to get serious. Better hope you live to regret it. It seems they want to fight after all. Well, I, for one, am happy to oblige. I can continue to count on your support, right, Lloyd? Funnily enough, I almost said the same thing. Let's do this. They're coming. Oh, this is gonna be so fun! We get Wazzy on the team? Or is this like a one-time thing? What can Wazzy do? way more than us. Already, so much more than we can. Wazi seems like an arts guy, but we want to see what his weapon is. Okay. He just uses his fists. Alright. I mean, even Wald uses a weapon. Do we get points if we add these guys to our notebook? Or is it only actual monsters? Mafioso, machete, a member of Rage, excels in close combat and wields a machete. No, not Resepith. Oh, come on, Wazi. You were totally in range to punch that guy. Okay, maybe not a punch, but a kick? Come on. Mafioso, pistol, a member of Rage, uses powerful ammo that overcomes defenses. Not gonna lie, Wazi confuses us. Like, with Wald, his motivations seem pretty straightforward. He likes to fight. That's his life, right there. He likes to fight and terrorize. Wazi, though, we do not know what is going on inside his head. Like, he gives the impression that he's pretty cool-headed, thinks things through, capable of coming up with this plan, for example, as opposed to just storming the Mafia's base and getting everybody killed. But then he'll say something that completely throws you off. Like, bathing the town in blood. Pretty sure that was him. And you start to wonder, is this guy crazy? Thank you for countering. Something Wazi did not do.
ありがとう。僕の番か。よし。
さてと。
さてと。よし。エニグマ駆動。それ。さてと。
Well, that could have definitely gone better, but we survived. That's the important thing. You darned kids! Phew, I knew they weren't going to be pushovers, but that was tough. One appeared to be using a military-grade firearm, too. The newest model manufactured in Ereboniya, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure that's just one of the many kinds of weapons their group smuggles. By the way, Lloyd, I must say, you played your part as bait to perfection. The dramatic confrontation and fall, it looked so real, it had me on the edge of my seat. Well, your plan didn't give me much of a choice, did it? I wasn't about to let anybody else put themselves in harm's way. And so, you volunteered to take the role of bait for yourself. I was worried sick, you know. Sorry, Ellie. That soft-hearted nature of yours is sure to cause problems in the future. Although, I don't necessarily find that part of you to be a turnoff. Huh? Anyway, I was able to exact my revenge, and it was all thanks to your help. Your cooperation has been much appreciated. You cocky little, where do you get off acting like you've won? Now you've done it. From this day on, you've made an enemy of Ravage. You darn rookies will rue the day. All the Diet members are on our payroll. Don't think you'll be able to get away scot-free. Is that what you think? What? Looks like you haven't taken your lesson to heart yet. New plan. I'm gonna hang you idiots upside down like a bunch of punching bags, then beat the absolute crap out of ya. Please. Wait, Wald, that's going too far. Not to worry, you can leave the rest to us. Wald, try not to get too carried away, okay? Somehow, that doesn't inspire a lot of confidence. These guys are professionals, after all. They could bite back even stronger next time if you mess with them too much. Ugh, whatever. How about this, boys? Why don't we keep this friendly little spat to ourselves? I doubt pros like yourselves would want your bosses to find out you got your butts handed to you by a bunch of brats like us. Such a pathetic report wouldn't go over well now, would it? Get bent. You'd be too large under if we were taking you seriously. Oh yeah, sure, you held back. My, I'm no lawyer, but if you ask me, it's probably in your best interest to bow out now. Of course it's Grace. Grace? What are you doing here? I've been keeping my eyes peeled for my favorite new rookies these past few days. So she's been stalking us. And, much to my expectations, what an absolute feast of information you've given me. Oh boy, I'm dying to write up a riveting tale in my next article about this unlikely operation. Why, you're just some woman from the local rag. You think you can take revenge on? Well, circumstances are more complicated than I care for, so I won't reveal your names. However, if you bad boys are caught pulling another stunt like this, I can't make any promises. Fine, whatever, we'll be going now. But if you don't keep your word, lady... Yeah, standard issue threat, I got it. To be fair though, you're the ones that should be worrying about keeping your promises. Wouldn't want to be in hot water, would we? Crossed the line again, and a little birdie told me you might find the bracers on your tails. What? The bracers? Just a little FYI, Arios was strongly considering taking over this case. Naturally, being as in demand as he is, he was totally up to his neck in requests. He figured he'd leave it in your guys' hands this time. Is that true? Probably not, no. He's keeping tabs on us, eh? That appears to be the case. Oh, heck no! As if we'd ever be moronic enough to make an enemy of Arios McLean. There's no point in staying in this dump any longer. We're out of here. Oh boy, Arios McLean, the divine blade of wind. I've heard my fair share about his exploits, but I didn't think the name alone would be enough to send the Mafia packing. To heck with this crap. Screw it, show's over, boys. Get your butts moving, we're leaving. Yeah. But Walt didn't get to beat anybody up. I must say, I couldn't have done it without your help. So I'm assuming this means mission accomplished for you. Yeah, I suppose so. Though, I guess our original mission was only to stop that one fight between your gangs a few days ago. Anyway, you shouldn't have a reason to go to war with Wald anymore, right? What are you going on about now? They're still gonna fight. What? Whether the Mafia is involved or not, it's not like our relations with the Saber Vipers are going to change overnight. Lloyd was too optimistic. We're still going to view each other as a blight on our territory. That won't change. Sure, there probably won't be another large conflict between us for a while. But our regular scuffles are bound to continue, no doubt about it. Hold on now. If you don't want our future fights to get out of hand, you're more than welcome to stop by and intervene when the time comes. Perhaps you could even join in on our amicable little disputes. I'd welcome you with loving arms. Hello, Olivier. I don't get the impression that he's joking in the slightest. Well then, I wish you sweet dreams, everyone. Let us return, Abbess. Our crusade has ended. Let us withdraw. Yes, sir. What an incorrigible group of men. Meh, leave them be. They're just a bunch of hot-headed dudes raring for a fight. Nothing you can really do about it. For once, you might be right. More importantly, we've successfully resolved our mission. Isn't that right, Lloyd? We just ignore Grace. She's not here. Yeah, for sure. It just doesn't feel very satisfying for some reason. Probably because, even without physically being here, Arios stole the credit. He stole our win. Again. We're still not good enough. We had to rely on someone else to finish the job yet again. How was that? Did I nail it? Well... what useless, petty pride! There's nothing wrong with accepting a little help in times like these. How else are you going to uncover the full truth? Only once you've understood this can you truly call yourself a detective. Just like your brother. Grace has done her homework. Huh? Well, I think it's time for me to head on home now. I gotta go exfoliate. You'd be surprised how much I work to keep my skin this flawless. Anyway, nighty-night. We may not like Grace, but she's tough. Fearless. Right? Threatening the mafia members like that? Man, your brother was pretty famous, huh, Lloyd? Judging from what I've heard, it sounds like he was an extremely talented individual. When he was on the job, there weren't a lot of people that could outrank him when it came to proactiveness and persistence. At any rate, our mission's accomplished. Let's return to the SSS building and give Chief Sergei our report. I think I get the picture. Well, this is about what I expected from you guys. If we get another case like this in, I'm sure you'll be able to handle it better. Yes, sir. He's pretty hard to please. Anyway, I'm sure you caught a glimpse of it during this case. The thorny, problematic side of Crossbell. Well... yeah, it's definitely gonna be a pain in the butt. Crossbell's seedy underbelly. A complicated hotbed of corruption, hidden just below the surface. It's true. Let me just remind you guys that the people over at CPD headquarters are anything but incompetent. Sure, some idiots decide to trade away their dignity for bribes. But most of our detectives are pretty darn capable. They've got morals and a sense of justice. However, they're often stopped by certain barriers. Politicians and public officials who've sold their honor to the mafia, for example. So how about it, Lloyd? You ready to turn in your badge and become a bracer? Sure. Actually, no. We were meant to be detectives. No, sir. These barriers are the reason the Special Support Section was established, right? Oh? Protect civilians above all else. The Bracer's code is admirable, but it has its own limitations. Some problems can't be solved by that alone. Smuggling and illegal arms dealing. The sale of stolen goods and mural laundering. Collusion between the mafia and government officials. These are all problems that lie outside the Bracer's jurisdiction. He's got a point. So even the power of the supporting gauntlet has its limitations. However, as police officers, we have the power to right these wrongs. Countless barriers may stand in our way, but the possibility of getting over them isn't zero. He's right. We, as the SSS, can create opportunities others can't for true change in Crossbell. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? Yeah, but hopefully I'm not being too optimistic. I do think that reality is not as simple as you make it out to be. However, I agree that the possibility is never zero. Take a look at this guy, would ya? Dueling with the head of a delinquent group, volunteering as bait to lure out the mafia. Here I had you pegged as the serious type, but it turns out you're as hot-blooded as they come. I'm not really sure if hot-blooded is the right term, Randy. Still, working with all of you on that last case helped me realize this. While it's true that we're still inexperienced, as long as we stick together, no matter how high they may be, there isn't a single barrier we can't overcome. Aww. Lloyd. Well, how about that? Perhaps the cheesiest speech yet. Chief Sergei finds this funny. You don't have to laugh that hard, Chief. You think I have my head in the clouds, don't you? I think you're fine the way you are. Well, it's true that the SSS was created under some complicated circumstances. It's your guys' job to decide where we go from here. Use this division however you see fit. Chief, I might not be able to give you much direct assistance with your missions. But if you end up pulling some crazy stunt and take off HQ, I can at least toss you a bone and cover for you guys. We appreciate it, Chief. I see you prefer a laissez-faire approach. Sheesh, being understanding is one thing, but this is getting closer to carelessness, Chief. Perhaps laziness is more apt. Just one of the perks of being a no-good adult. Will the SSS remain a pale imitation of the Bracer Guild? Or will it become something new, something that creates new possibilities for the city? I, for one, am going to kick back with a cigarette and watch the fireworks. Lloyd is definitely right. The Bracer Guild, beloved as they are among the citizens, there are things that fall outside of their purview, right? Like corruption, for example. They can't really do anything about the root of the problem. They might be able to stop some of the effects, especially the ones that affect the citizens, but they can't do anything about the root of the problem. Not really. Otherwise, we feel like the grudge or the bad blood between the Bracers and the CPD wouldn't be as bad as it is, right? Because clearly everybody knows the CPD is corrupt. But if the Bracers really were able to fix everything, they would have been able to fix that as well. And then the two of them could work in harmony.